Welcome to another chapter of buffoonery on these Bigo streets. Y'all, Bigo is weird, okay? Now we're going to get into this whole visa drama and divorce or annulment or whatever you want to call it. This is bananas, all right? So he marries Naqabi in one day, and then he marries Yusuke, a couple days or weeks later, and there's a divorce 6 days thereafter. And we're going to talk about this split. Now, Yusuke, I've seen this girl for quite some time in Visa's lives, dropping dragons upon dragons upon dragons for quite some time. I did not know that she was actually romantically interested in him. So to my surprise, I see that she marries him next to Naqabi. I was like, oh, so that's what you was dropping all them dragons for, girl? You was trying to get in them pants, trying to get in them Visa jeans? Well, we see where that got ya. So I scrolls on the Bigo streets, and I see a particular young lady on Visa's thumbnail for his live, and I was like, oh my god, he revealed his wife, unveiled, which is Yusuke. Girl, that's a whole nother level of disrespect. Like, well, he put it out there, so you know I'm just reporting. Well, anyways, Visa says that she was a catfish by sending only headshots. Now, Visa have been in the game for way too long to have fallen for that. And baby girl, let me tell you, okay, I seen the headshots. Visa put the headshot on his timeline on Bigo, and there is no way you did not know that was a BBW even from the headshot. So Visa, you can shut the hell up with that bull crap. You know she was big, and you know you liked it at the time, so be quiet with that nonsense. All right, now I will say that since Yusuke was dropping them bands, dropping them bows, you know, he may have entertained her. I will say that in true Visa nature, because you know Visa is a little on the scam side of Bigo sometimes. You know, he probably did, you know, entertain her based on the fact that she was cashy. Now, on Yusuke's end, I will say that by her dropping that kind of money on somebody she doesn't even really know, because I didn't know who she was before she got married. I was like, maybe that was a friend, maybe that's a business connect or something. But you know, given the fact that it is what it is now that we see, you know, she could possibly have been obsessed or infatuated with your boy, and Visa simply took advantage. Why else would anyone drop that kind of money on a internet stranger? Now, Visa says that he only married her to please Allah. But I think it was more because he wanted another secured credit line. So Yusuke moves in with him in Naqabi, and he finds out that it is not all it's cracked up to be, girl. He went off on this next clip talking about the girl stank, she fat, can't cook, got a bad kid, can't mother the kid. He's repulsed by her body, which I find that hard to believe because you knew what it was. Stop playing. And he said that she wore a burqa all the time, even at night. But then he says that she wanted sex on demand. So which one is it? I'm not sure about that. It's always an issue with the BBWs after you break up, but you wasn't saying all that before. So let's get into this clip and we'll be right back.
This bitch talk back, the baby talk back, she ain't got no manners, the baby ain't got no manners, her breath tastes weird, she didn't brush her teeth, she sat around in a bathrobe, she was overweight, she was 270, she was shaped like a refrigerator that was white. She came in here, she wanted penis, she was kissing on my shoulders like I was a woman. It was really weird. She felt like she was gonna whisper. She was out here snuggling and sniffing me. I felt like I was a horse or something.
First of all, I got catfished. First of all, off the dribble, I got catfished. You was just sending me headshots. I never saw nothing else. And when I saw your body, bitch, it was given. It was not a special delivery. It was given.
You look like those big ass refrigerators niggas was picking up in Little Giants. When I thought about her, I thought about that one 13-year-old kid with the buzz cut that was playing with the big kids on Little Giants, that was playing for the Cowboys. You remember when you would go to his garage, he would go to his garage and he was just picking up refrigerators. And all of the kids was like, yo, she looked like the fat kid from the, what was that? From the back, no, it was the Sandlot, something like that. And I'm sitting there and being like, you know, there are sexy BBWs. It wasn't even that. It was that you wasn't secure in your body. The first night of your marriage, you mailing it in, bitch, you wearing what was you wearing? You wearing a full sweatsuit. You wearing a full sweatsuit. I'm confused. We're not talking about when I'm telling you stuff, you looking at me like you want to beat my ass. How you going to sit there and look at your sister wife cook, clean, and do everything for your husband? She watched Naqabi do everything. She sat down in the kitchen while Naqabi was cleaning. She sat down in the kitchen when Naqabi was washing dishes. She sat down in the kitchen when Naqabi was when Naqabi was cooking. Naqabi cooked for her daughter. What do you mean? It's a 5-year-old asking for her grandmother. She doesn't even want to be with you and she doesn't listen to you. And instead of being with your husband for a week, you in the bed with your daughter. So you wake up, I wake up next to you. No, you're not. I'm not waking up next to you. You in bed with your daughter. So I can't even lie to myself and fake it with the big John. So no, you in bed with your daughter. So then she's like, I feel like you don't want me. And I'm like, girl, you don't even cook right. You don't even listen right. I told you to work out. You're not working out. I told you to eat. I told you that I need a menu for my food. The menu's not done. And then I asked you what the food was. You say I'm having lasagna when I just had lasagna for lunch and you don't got no job no more. You taking naps in the middle of the day. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you put that combination on what you was wearing yesterday. I'm a grown man that offered marriage. I told you that you could not work that you did not have to work anymore. And that the only thing you had to do was suck dick and be a mother. So no, you didn't. You did not come. You got the job and you got fired. She spent her last money on essential outfits to match me. Her daughter didn't have things because she chose to. It was poor money management and she was not fiscally responsible because she thought she was going to be cute and match with her nigga and shit. It wasn't cute. It wasn't popping. It wasn't what was needed. I said, I'm sorry I'm such a boring husband. She said, I really would like to get out the house and go some places. You got some money to give me? You're forgetting about that. Stop playing with me. You playing on my top. You forgot how I look and I got a fat girl in my face talking about demanding shit. Talking about when she was happy in California. Excuse me? Excuse me? Are you serious? It ain't about none of that. Remember how I look. Remember I was slumming it. I'm out here slumming it. And you feel like I'm about to go ahead and do this with the practice, bitch? You tripping. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, look at me, I can do anything that I want to. Does this even sound right? Or does it sound like he done came in, you done catfished a nigga, you done sold a dream, and now this is what you gotta bear? Or does it seem like what really came down to it? Nigga said you couldn't buy a nigga. Venom said it a bit, you can't buy a nigga. It was about faith. She didn't have faith. She thought that she could buy a nigga, and she thought that she wasn't gonna do the things that was necessary to keep a husband. What are you saying? Y'all is bugging. B came in here. She thought she was going to mail it in. She thought she was going to sit and she napped all day. How you going to have your husband work 16 hours, have your sister wife work and go live, and you sleeping all day? I spoke to Allah about that woman. I told my wife about that woman. Said I was marrying her for Allah. My wife is sitting here, you have a second relationship with her. I'm over here having to speak to my wife talking about, I don't have a second relationship. I just felt obligated because of Allah. And then she literally walked up out of my life and then talked shit and started fitting her out the back door. Bravo! I gave you faith. I gave you knowledge. And you thought you wasn't going to have to work in this marriage? Why isn't my food on the table? You don't got a job. Why you ain't dressed and looking nice? Why you in here looking like... Why you out? Ooh. She in here dressed like Lucci. She in here wearing a $30 old bathrobe around, talking about her period heavy, going to the other bathroom with her pussy smelling wild and shit. She's the reason why I started fasting on Mondays and Thursdays. Her body was so wild, she made me start fasting my damn self. You can't even look like a fat slut for me? Then I say no. And you think that you just feel like you about to just get dick on command? I'm not Magic Mike. You feel like you just about to get dick when you feel like it? I got work to do. You feel like you about to cuddle with me? I'm a man that's got to put in work. You don't got no job. You feel like I'm about to sit here and let you kiss on my shoulders like I'm a lesbian? What do you think this is? You don't understand. It's a whole lot. She's like, I feel rejected. I said, you are. I don't want this. What do you don't understand? You don't understand. It was the truth. I spoke the truth. I said, no, you're not doing what is necessary. No, you a bad mother. You need a routine. No, you need a bedtime. No, you can't feed your daughter snacks all day. I said, you need routine and discipline. That's why she was, now you mad at me. You let the trap nigga out of jail tell you you need a bedtime and you need to have proper food and snacks. And she's out here asking for McDonald's on live? Are you serious? I hated her so much, she made me infatuated with my wife. Thank Allah for Naqabi. Do you not understand that? She sent me running.
Wow, that was a whole lotta. Now, Yusuke had an interview with Dre Baby, and she says there was abuse. And it was so bad that she left her car at Visa's place, girl. And also that she was broke with negative $400 in the bank before her Muslim brothers and sisters assisted her. Now, I'm gonna call Cap, I don't know, it's a little questionable considering how much she was able to invest in Visa prior to marrying him. So if she was really broke, if she gave Visa access to her funds or something, girl, what are you thinking? Okay, we do not do those things around here. You keep your coins in your purse, especially when you marry a man that you meet over the internet in no time flat. What? Now, I've seen it with my own eyes. Homegirl has invested coin after coin after coin into Visa's little pockets. So for her to be broke within 6 days is a little bit unfathomable. And now she's on Bigo, going live and exploiting the storyline, you know, from Here to Kingdom Come. So I've never seen her live before, and so now all of a sudden she's going live and things like that. And, you know, it's just a little questionable. That's all I'm saying. Now, in the abuse claim, she says that Visa headbutted her and then proceeded to have intercourse because him exuding violence upon her turned him on. Now, that is horrible, terrible, and I wish that never happened to you, but at the same time, we have to take accountability because reality, girl, how many times did you see Visa have a mental breakdown? How many times have you seen Visa talk about his own kids? How many times have you seen him mistreat his dogs? What did you think was going to happen in that house? I mean, come on now. She also claimed that Naqabi co-signed the event in which she was assaulted. And she said that Naqabi used to be a stripper / prostitute who is used to getting beat by men. And if this is true, Naqabi and Visa makes the perfect match made in the loony bin. So once again, you know, glad you got out. In the words of Judgment Beleen Ephraim, look deep before you leap. Okay, 6 days, a month, a day is not enough to estimate someone's character to where you would want to marry them. I don't care what beliefs you have. This is 2022, baby girl. You need to do some real vetting up in this piece, especially when you're dealing with the internet, and doubles so if you're dealing with the Bigo streets, girl. Now, anyways, guys, here go the next 2 clips. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, please. Put something in the comments for your girl, and I'll holler at you later.
Why are you doing this? But you are. You being on live is bashing him. And do you got joined in the background talking about putting hearts in the comments? You're corny for that, sis. It's not about bashing. This man, this is his life. This is his livelihood. And you know it. And then you got joined in the background as a fucking ploy, telling people to put fucking hearts in the comments? That's some wicked shit. And you talking about stuff in the law, Say Surah Al-Fatiha? What? Fitna. May Allah guide you, sis. Because what you're doing is wicked. Wicked. How can you gain anything from this? I can understand what you're going through, but this is not the way you go about getting things done properly. You could have drove up to the house, banged down the motherfucking door, but did you? No, you didn't. You chose to go live and embarrass us. Bitch, you have a daughter. You have a daughter that you dragged away from me because you were in your fucking feelings. You chose to leave. Ain't nobody fucking begging you to stay. You packed you and your daughter shit up in the middle of the fucking night and chose to leave. Yeah. She hung up on me.
She had to make sure her live was.
She hung up on me. She hung up on me. Bitch, she's whack. She's whack. She's whack. She's whack for that. Get off the live. Why are you doing this? You only went live to get help. Did you call me? Did you call me for help? Did you call me for help?
I went in the house.
Did you call me for help? Yusuke?
I went in the house.
Did you ask to stay? Or did you ask for money for a hotel and gas? Did you ask to stay? Or did you ask for money for gas and the hotel? Which one came first? Which one came first, Yusuke?
If you're not going to let me respond.
Which one came first?
I'm going to get off the phone.
Okay.
Then get the fuck off the phone. Listen.
No. Let her explain. Did you ask for money for a hotel or gas first? What?
I'm going to respond.
Mm-hmm.
I packed all my shit. I got in the car, and I waited in the garage. He came out of the house. He asked me, so what you doing? I said, did you check your phone? He said, no. I said, you should check your phone. I went in the house. He checked his phone. He said, bitch, are you serious? I said, yeah. The text message said, I need money for a hotel and to get back home. Y'all said, there is no money. And I said, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, you chose to leave. I said, well, I haven't left yet. He said again, well, it's a dub for you. You packed your shit, it's a dub for you. Before I even packed my shit, he said he didn't want to be married to me no more.
How many times have we had this discussion about him saying the same shit to me?
Listen,
How many times have we had this conversation about him saying the same shit to me?
You asked me a question, I'm answering.
And you answered it completely.
I didn't answer it.
You answered it completely. Because the text message I read, what?
Y'all keep controlling me and what I'm saying. Y'all trying to control me again.
Control you. Control you.
What happened? You're not answering. You're not answering. You're not letting me finish.
I did let you finish. You finished completely.
I'm not done.
All right, go ahead.
He told me to leave his driveway after he told me to get the fuck out of his garage. I did not leave that place until he told me to leave his garage. I backed up out of the garage. He closed the garage. I waited I went live and I said, if I leave this driveway, I'm going to hellfire.
So crazy.
I did not want to leave this driveway. I did not want to leave.
So why'd you leave?
I waited. He came out. He told me to get the you, sis?
It sounds like you left without a fight. It sounds like you packed your shit thinking that he was supposed to beg you to stay. That's what it sounds like. Because exactly nothing. Why would he beg you to stay? But did we not have?
Me to leave, so stop saying that I packed my shit and left.
But you did. But you did pack your shit and leave.
I packed my shit and got in the garage, sat in the car. That's what I
Did we not have conversations privy to what happened yesterday about him telling me to get the fuck off? Him telling me that he would change his fucking doorstep. How many times have he told me that? How many times did I tell you I packed my shit?
Okay.
How many times?
Okay, so you did it. Why I couldn't do it once?
When I never left the house. I never sat in my car.
I did not leave.
Bitch, you left.
Me to leave.
You left. You put oil in your car and everything. You prepared yourself to leave.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I was so angry.
You prepared yourself to leave, sis. And then you was pretending like he was supposed to beg you to stay. Which you was dead wrong when you dragged Jordan into it. You was dead wrong when you dragged Jordan into it.
I told them I was wrong.
Jordan was in the kitchen eating and you dragged her from my hands because you were in your fucking feelings.
Exactly. I told them I was wrong for that. I cried about that. I cried about that shit. I told them in the last day I was going to hellfire that I failed my test. That's what I
You
said on my
failed your test. You failed your test with a 5-year-old child in the back seat in somebody's driveway. Not just somebody, your motherfucking husband. Bitch, you ain't even bang on the door. Bitch, you ain't even blow up his phone. Bitch, you ain't even text him beside for the money. Had it been me, that door would have been the fuck off the hinges. That door would have been off the hinges. With a 5-year-old in the car, sitting in the fucking driveway, how dumb do you sound? She comes first, not your fucking emotions, not your fucking feelings. You snatched my daughter from me because you were mad. And she was eating. You didn't fucking feed her. You ain't fucking cook for her. I did. And when she started eating, you fucking snatched her from me. Yeah. Mic dropped. Mic dropped. Y'all keep entertaining this bitch. Y'all keep entertaining this bitch. Y'all keep entertaining this bitch. I'ma beat her up.
He didn't hit me with his hands. He didn't hit me with his hands. I'll say that. He used his hands. He choked me. He headbutted me. He threatened to knock me out. He threatened that he would knock me out, and when I woke up, he'd tell me what the fuck it is. That's what he said, verbatim. That was after he headbutted me. Then wanted to say that he just went like this. No, nigga, he cocked his head back and hit me in the head with his head. Then when I was afraid and started crying, he went in the room and asked his wife, now should I give her dick now? And then she said yeah. Because he said that arguing turns him on. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. That was the only day we had sex. The day he put his hands on me was the day he was the most turned on by me. Don't let him tell you he just went like this. No, nigga, he went. My shit was sore for a couple days. And when he choked me, he banged my head up against the wall twice. Don't let them lie to you and say that. He do that shit to her too. The difference between me and her is she's used to getting hit. She's used to getting beat. I'm not. I ain't never got hit. I never had no man put his hands on me before. She's used to that shit. So it don't seem that bad to her. she can take it a little more than her because she used to be a prostitute and a stripper. So she's used to niggas putting their hands on her. I ain't never sold my pussy. I ain't never had no pimp. You're welcome, baby. I ain't never had to get used to no man putting his hands on me. So she's used to this shit. That's why she ain't leaving. My daughter heard everything that was going on in the house. That's why every day the first week she cried to go home. And they trying to cover it up with doll houses and bed frames and bookshelves and pretty Naqabs and light fixtures in the basement. But it's real abuse going on in that house. No, he's not beating you to blood. He ain't beating you to blood because you could track blood. You could track bruises. But what about the bruises of the heart?